How to make homemade coconut flour. Making homemade coconut flour is a simple process that allows you to utilize coconut pulp left over after making coconut milk. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to make coconut flour at home. Ingredients: fresh coconut pulp, leftover from making coconut milk. Tools: baking sheet, blender or food processor, fine mesh strainer or nut milk bag, large bowl, grater, optional. Instructions: 1. Gather coconut pulp. After extracting coconut milk from fresh coconut, you'll have leftover coconut pulp. This pulp is what you'll use to make coconut flour. 2. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to the lowest possible temperature setting. This is usually around 170 degrees Fahrenheit, 75 degrees Celsius. 3. Spread the coconut pulp. Spread the coconut pulp evenly on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. This helps to dry it out and remove excess moisture. 4. Dry in the oven. Place the baking sheet with the coconut pulp in the preheated oven. Leave the oven door slightly ajar to allow moisture to escape. Let the pulp dry for 4 to 6 hours, or until it becomes dry and crispy. 5. Check and stir. Periodically check and stir the coconut pulp to ensure even drying. You may need to do this every hour or so. 6. Grate, optional. Once the coconut pulp is completely dry and has cooled down, you can use a grater to make it finer. This step is optional and depends on your preference for the texture of your coconut flour. 7. Blend, optional. If you prefer an even finer texture, you can blend the dried coconut pulp in a high-speed blender or food processor until it reaches the desired consistency. 8. SIFT, optional. If you want an ultra-smooth coconut flour, you can sift it through a fine mesh strainer or use a nut milk bag. This will remove any remaining coarse bits. 9. Store. Transfer your homemade coconut flour to an airtight container. Store it in a cool, dry place. It should last for several months if stored properly. 10. Use in recipes. You can use your homemade coconut flour in a variety of recipes, including gluten-free baking, pancakes, waffles, and more. Remember that coconut flour is highly absorbent, so you'll typically use less of it compared to regular wheat flour in recipes. Making your own coconut flour is not only cost-effective but also allows you to control the quality and texture of the flour. Plus, you're reducing food waste by using the coconut pulp from making coconut milk. Enjoy your homemade coconut flour in all your favorite recipes.